does this finally close the door on the Mikko Rantanen saga? I think the organization had closed the door because I think that's what you have to in pro sports. We had heard McFarland say that. We had heard Bednar say that. Mikko's not walking through that door. And I know a lot of people, and there's going to be commenters and folks who listen on 104.3 The Fan say, well, you seem happy about the Necas deal. Well, to me, this finally ends the Mikko Rantanen saga. Like, if Necas had walked, we would have continued to talk about Mikko in this town for the next 3, 4, 5 years because they didn't get adequate return. Kind of what I was saying earlier. Like, I think we can actually sit here on October 31st, and the trade was what, January 24th, something in that ballpark. Like, the saga to me, if it was a chapter of a book, would be January 24th to October 30th. I actually think the Mikko Rantanen trade, yes, we're always going to monitor him. We may see him in the playoffs, but for the first time in a long time, I feel like because the contract is inked, we can sort of close the door on this chapter of Avalanche history.
See, and I actually feel the opposite. Now, I think organizationally, they closed the door immediately.
They had to.
They had to.
You just got to move on.
No question. I mean, I think Jared Bednar said, he's like, yeah, I was over 10 minutes after it happened. But I think for fans and for media members, this thing, because these two guys are always going to be compared.
They're going to be linked for
They're
a
going to be linked
long
for the
time.
next 8 years.
Yeah.
You're in the same division. Dallas is your rival now. How many playoff meetings are we going to see between these two teams over the next 8 years? Probably
5,
4, 5,
yeah.
6.
Yeah.
I mean, these two guys are always going to be linked. They're always going to be compared together. And I mean, you and I are going to probably sit here all the time and be like, well, you know, who's leading points? Was it worth it? Does Marty have more points than Mikko this season? Does that actually make the trade worth it? So I think these two guys are always going to be linked together. It's never going to close the door until probably the day that one or both of these guys retire, unfortunately. I think we're always going to talk about it, even though I don't want to. I don't want to compare the two guys because, to me, I've moved on. I moved on from the Mikko thing. But I think for most fans in the media, they're going to look at it and say, yeah, but what if we still have Mikko? Because we still do it with Val Nichushkin and Nazem Kadri.
True.
A lot of people still compare those two, and that's been 3 to 4 years now. So it's never going to end as long as these two guys are with Colorado and Dallas.